Yes. So hi everyone, I'm Christina with Jai Bhakti Yoga Foundation, and I'm thrilled to introduce Lynell of RootedU and Express Art, two organizations that are up and coming that we are really excited to be partnering with going into this new year. So take it away, Lynell. Tell us about yourself and tell us about RootedU and Express and how this all came to be.
Cool. So, hey y'all, I'm Lynell. I'm originally from the area of New Orleans, and right now my role in the multiverse is that I'm an international educator. So I started out teaching here in New Orleans, and that led me to China. And when I was in China, I was working with preschool students, teaching a leadership program that was based on Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And while I was there, I was reintroduced to the practice of yoga. Previously, I only had some drunken college Groupon classes.
Nice.
And yeah, it came back around to me in a whole other way, a lot more wholesome. And yeah, that journey just really led me to wanting to learn more and to know more and to really understand what the practice was. So I spent some time in an ashram.
Wow, yeah.
It's like a yogic monastery, essentially. And I spent a couple months there really just rooting into the practice and learning more about the philosophies and the teachings. And that kind of brought me to where I am here and now. I've done some travels otherwise, living in indigenous communities and working with families and children and continuing to teach in various capacities. And so now I'm here back in New Orleans, strangely enough, but divinely enough also. And yeah, I'm here representing RootedU Yoga, which brings purpose-driven yoga to children, adults, and families. And essentially what we do is combine all the philosophy and all the physical practice of yoga with real-world applicable knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And so through that, I'm also partnering together and working with Express Art, which is launching in Newark, New Jersey, and kind of simultaneously a little bit in New Orleans. And basically, Express Art is a global artist community development project. And what we are doing is making creatives have more accessibility, essentially. So what we're doing is we are increasing magnetism on the level of the physical body, the spiritual body, the mental, emotional body, the physical realm of entrepreneurship and professionalism, and really just helping artists to have a safe space to come together, or a brave space to come together and collaborate and co-create together. And also giving them opportunities to take their creativity abroad and to share that with other indigenous communities around the world.
Love that. That's so awesome. I really love that you said brave space. Brave space is something that a lot of people don't have. We don't have a space where, we consider safe, sure, but to consider it brave is another thing. And really tuning into that. Do you feel that with RootedU and Express Art, you'd be able to also touch on those with disabilities as well, that will provide this brave space for them to come out of those spaces where they might feel a little more rejected, and now they feel more accepted being a part of community when they get to be a part of what we have going on?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. So the beautiful thing about yoga is that every single person is able and capable of having the experience. Especially here in the West, we have this idea that yoga has to be this physical practice where we're doing all these crazy contortions with our bodies, and sometimes that comes with the practice and sometimes it doesn't, but the important thing is that it's all inclusive, and there's a space for every single level of ability. A lot of my work, especially being an educator, is working with those underrepresented populations, which in a lot of cases it happens to be students who have special needs or certain disabilities, so we say.
Or what we feel are in this world called or considered disabilities.
Yeah, so I just like to call them challenges, and at the end of the day, every single one of us learns from challenge and change, and so yeah, absolutely, part of the mission is to be all-inclusive and to really unite and erase, or like maybe not so much erase, but transcend these man-made divisions that we have created.
Absolutely, yeah. And how are we going to start working together? I'm really excited about this part.
Yes.
This is another part that I'm really excited about.
Yes, so Express Art has the privilege and honor to be fiscally sponsored by Jai Bhakti Yoga.
We are honored to work you guys.
And yeah, like the mission of yoga being on and off the mat, changing lives, is so in alignment with everything that it is that we're proposing to do and that we're aiming to do. And so we feel so blessed and honored to have the support of this mobile setup, and in a way that it supports our ideas of like art and creativity can be sparked in any moment, in any space, and any time. And sometimes that happens through this transformative process of yoga. And if we really allow ourselves to just be still enough to hear and to listen, things can start to shift. And so we feel so, I can't even say it enough. Like, we're just so happy to, for this partnership and the ways that every single one of us is going to expand, and all the ways, like when we synergize and work together, 1 + 1 turns into 1,000, because you have these ideas and I have these ideas, and together we have ideas that neither one of us would have come up with on our own.
If you make it fancy, that 1 + 1, it turns into an infinity sign if you cross them.
Yes.
It's quite beautiful.
Absolutely. It's never ending. And so here in New Orleans, what that means is that we are going to make waves. Even though that was a bit of an explosion, but it's fine. Make waves in these communities of children and families. And so we are partnering together to bring to the already scheduled Tuesday evening yoga classes. Once a month, we are going to open it up for those who are there who have children to bring their children, and y'all can get your flow on with no worries, and I will be there with the children, guiding them through their own kind of separate and unique experience.
This will be every third Tuesday of the month, and it will also be once a month. We'll be holding it on a Saturday as well, so it's more available to those that work and can't come to the Tuesday one. You can always have that session again on Saturday.
And the Saturday is going to be family yoga, so that means all together as a family we're going to work it out. It doesn't matter if your family has little ones, big ones, teenagers, tweenagers, less than anything that.
Crawlies.
Yes, come. There's something to, there's a way to reach everyone. And so we really just want to continue to strive towards that idea of unity and diversity, especially, and bringing awareness and just helping everyone to understand that no matter where you are, no matter what your situation or your condition, we're here. It's a brave space. I don't like to say safe, because who am I to impose safety or what makes you feel safe? But it's brave. It's open. You can share. You can grow. You can transform all together in community.
If you can breathe, you can do yoga.
Absolutely.
And if you can breathe, you have the courage to step on the mat, and that alone is bravery enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Lynell, for being our teacher feature of the new year. We thank you so much. We thank you for all the blessings that will come, and blessings of abundance and joy for you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, love.